Order! Order! Order in the court! I don't know why. I was reading that as the word scepter for a second.
I'm skeptical.
And I was like, I'm skeptical, counsel. My brain stopped working for a second.
I questioned, isn't
like,
skeptical spelled with a K for a second, so.
Yeah.
Well, it is in
skeptical,
America.
counsel.
Zach, this is another.
No! They did it again! Curse you, England!
This is another. We spell it with a K, they spell it with a C.
Listen, this one I find much less offensive, just to be clear.
Okay, okay, that's why my brain doesn't.
Yeah,
because that word is spelled weird.
I did the same thing. I'm like, it's a K word. It's a K how I know it.
I'm skeptical about how you spell skeptical, counsel. I'm skeptical, counsel, that a grown man's body could fit inside even the largest travel trunk.
It could. Because I happen to know that the witness himself, a man of considerable size, fits inside his trunk.
God, that image is just so fucking funny.
It's incredible.
Dude, his legs have got to be broken.
I wanted to make this the thumbnail of last video, but I was like, no, that would spoil the video. Like, but it's really good.
Make it the thumbnail for the next one, please.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because this looks like his album cover art.
It does. It does.
He's giving you the smolder.
Oh, God.
You want to know what I'm gonna do with all the junk in my trunk?
And verifying that would be extremely simple, wouldn't it, Judge Jigoku?
But inside his trunk? How horrifying.
And after we'd spoken with you at the Great Waterloo Hotel, you had the opportunity to visit the apparent scene on Fresno Street, taking your trunk with you in a cab to deposit the inspector's body.
I don't have to listen to this nonsense.
Dr. Gori, the coroner who examined the body, has confirmed the possibility. She's acknowledged there are signs that steps may have been taken to disguise the true time of death.
And it opened up her eyes. She saw the signs.
The onset of the body's decomposition could have been delayed by storing it in a refrigerator.
Counsel, as I remember explaining yesterday.
Yeah, but there's a giant fucking fridge on the boat, dingus!
Refrigerators of the requisite size are few and far between.
But not on a boat, dipshoot.
Yes, I'm sure they are. But one place they're certainly found is on large ocean liners.
Oh shit, I walked into that one, didn't I?
Gotcha, bitch! Such ships are equipped with electrically refrigerated cold rooms to keep food fresh on their long sea voyages. And the SS Grouse is no exception. Professor Mikotaba told me about it only yesterday. Well, Judge Jigoku? However much you prolong this debate, you can't eliminate the truth. All the evidence points to you being the killer.
Well, this is all very heartening.
Bro, what?
I can see that it was a wise move letting Asogi and you embark on this study tour. What are you talking about now? Logical reasoning, of course.
Logic and reasoning spectacular?
All court proceedings will be built on logical reasoning in the new century.
Well, listen.
It's one of the sections on the LSAT.
Oh.
I don't know if it does that in the Ace Attorney universe, though.
No,
We've played some of the other games.
Nah, there's too much crime, and we gotta solve the cases in 3 days.
Yeah.
So,
They threw logic out the window.
and I can see that you've both laid firm foundations for that already.
Okay, so are you admitting we're right yet?
Judge Jigoku, please stop diverting attention from the issue at hand. The defense has made an accusation against you. How do you respond?
Respond? There's really no need for me to respond, is there?
Why ever not?
Because before you can even begin to answer the question of when the victim was killed, you must first establish one key fact. You can say motive. Oh, never mind. Where was the victim killed? It's quite logical.
The actual scene of the crime?
The prosecution's stance is unaltered. Stupidly enough,
Yeah,
the
Kazuma.
killing took place on Fresno Street where the gunshot was heard.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you after this.
And not in a hot way.
No.
As the accused, Barak Van Zieks, shot the victim at point-blank range, because all of this is just irrelevant, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Since no tangible evidence exists to disprove the prosecution's claim at this time, the defense's deductions amount to little more than an elaborate fairy tale. I'm afraid that's how the logical reasoning the British are known for really works, young stripling.
Well, make it stop.
Make it stop!
The victim was shot in that little room on Fresno Street and died instantly. I'm afraid it's the prosecution's claim. That's the only fairy tale here.
How can you say that?
I mean, how can... Never mind.
because I'm better than you.
Quite simply.
Damn!
Because
the
that...
bottom has become the top.
Oh!
Because that claim directly contradicts a certain piece of evidence in our possession.
It does.
Yeah, I don't know, actually.
Very tantalizing, counsel. I think you had better explain yourself to the court, don't you?
The prosecution claims that Inspector Gregson died instantly when he was shot on the scene at Fresno Street. But this evidence clearly contradicts that claim. Okay, so why didn't he die instantly at Fresno Street?
Yeah.
I mean, apart from the fact that his watch was found at the grouse,
Yeah, but that's according to Jigoku.
Yeah.
It's because of blah blah
I
blah.
mean, his blood was there with Kazuma's sword in it. I mean, technically we don't know it was his blood, but...
What's the other things we got?
Fucking Asogi papers. Clint's autopsy report. Forgot we had that. That's nothing. Photograph. What is interesting is that he's still bleeding in this picture. Which could just be other blood.
He's
but-
also in the position that he would be in the trunk.
Yeah, his legs.
looks-
It does look like you just pushed him out of a trunk and left.
I know.
Yeah, at the same time, that's not conclusively not.
No,
No,
Right, if you
not
got
at all.
shot,
It is funny.
tip is
Karma.
nothing.
Okay, pull the fucking ears again. I'm gonna say we had it. It feels bullshit, but that he was crumpled up, I believe, is it.
Did you rack your brain for that?
I racked my brain for that. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
That's very weird because you could easily get shot point blank range.
Yeah, and crumpled.
So like, and then follow to your side.
Unless there's something else that we're not seeing, but
Yeah. Okay. A photograph of the victim in the very location you claim he wasn't killed.
Yes, but the point is the posture of the body itself.
Yeah, I don't really like this. 'Cause that posture can still come from a gunshot wound to the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I guess
a little iffy.
I guess if it was instantly fatal, you wouldn't have time to clutch like that. Maybe that's the point, that if it was instantly fatal, you wouldn't clutch.
Yeah.
You just go straight backwards.
Uh-huh.
Clutching makes it sound like you would have time to go, I'm dying. So I guess that's what they're trying to say, that it couldn't have been an instant death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels a little. This feels a little tenuous, but I think I get it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
If Inspector Gregson had been shot there in that room, it's out of the question that his body would have been curled up in a ball like that.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your logic is flawed. You could easily have adopted that fetal position due to the pain of the shot, which subsequently proved fatal.
Hey, idiot. Were you just listening to what they just said? Hey, Dumbo.
Okay. That is what it was.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Judge Jigoku, but it's your logic that's flawed.
Yeah, you wouldn't go fetal position. You wouldn't go for fetal position for an instant kill. That's fair. That is fair.
According to this autopsy report, the victim died instantly. He would have felt no pain, much less have been able to draw himself into that position. Which begs the question of why the victim's body is curled up in that way. Though the answer should be abundantly clear by now.
You're suggesting...
The inspector's body took on the posture ahead of its arrival on Fresno Street, before it was coldly turned out onto the floor from the inside of a large travel trunk.
No! You're quite right. The shape of the body. It looks exactly as if it had been kept in a confined space.
Yeah, the idea that Jigoku probably could have got away with this if he would have just arranged the body a little smarter. Like, done the bare minimum, instead of just going, just dumping his clothes on the floor and saying, clean enough.
This was why he wasn't asked to be the assassin.
That's true. Judge Jigoku, present your trunk for examination. I believe it's
Present your trunk! We need to know if there's junk in it!
I believe it's very possible that it will contain traces of the victim's blood. Break it. Break
not
it.
yet. Present my trunk. I refuse. What?
On what grounds?
I don't wanna.
Well, if I do it, you'll prove me guilty. Duh.
I'm the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Empire of Japan. I shouldn't have to put up with this treatment just because of some stripling's baseless accusations.
In other words, Judge Jigoku, there is blood in your trunk.
That's the worst kind of junk to have. That's the worst kind of junk to have in your trunk.
You don't want that in your trunk, I'll tell you what, chat. I decline to answer that.
Just get some preparation, H.
As the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I have
At
privileges
this
that allow me
moment,
to...
you're not a government minister. You are a
Now,
witness.
I must say, you don't want junk in your trunk. You don't want blood in your trunk. Take it from me, Marvin Grossberg,
Jesus God.
the premier expert on blood in the trunk.
And the friend of French lemons.
And Fortnite.
And Fortnite.
Chun-Li's butt.
And Chun-Li's delicious cheeks.
God, I forgot about that bit. That was a good bit.
Never forget about that bit.
You are a witness in a trial in Britain's highest court. I don't care who you are or what your status outside this courtroom might be. You will not withhold information. Nothing is more important than the truth.
Order! Order in the court! Well, Mr. Jigoku, what's it to be? can't be serious! You did it!
But it was supposed to be me! My name was on the paper!
That KS Jigoku! Report Jigoku KS! Have you no shame at all, Kazuma Asogi? What? Very well. I admit it. I did bring the inspector. Oh, he's gonna blame Kazuma for it.
God damn it.
Oh, god damn it. I did bring the inspector's body into the country. Inside my trunk. Exactly as postulated by the defense.
What?
You... Dear God! Outrageous!
So it was you! You admit to Inspector Gregson's murder!
No! I admit to nothing more than what I've said. Of killing the man, I certainly have no recollection.
Oh man, he's got amnesia too.
Did you trip over a cat?
It's a little fuzzy. But so was the thing that gave me amnesia.
Oh my god.
What on earth is that cryptic statement supposed to mean?
He has amnesia.
I merely disposed of the inspector's body, which was left in my cabin. In order to avoid unwanted attention.
He found a dead guy in a camera and said, I better just carry it to the States. I don't want to deal with the British TSA, so I'll just smuggle this in and dump it dumped in a very conspicuous, well, inconspicuous, but significant location.
Yeah.
As the judicial assistant over there pointed out, I had no chance to throw it into the ocean. So, I decided my only option was to bring it into Britain with me and dispose of it somewhere else.
So you just happened to pick this random building. You can't still deny it! If you didn't do it, then who on earth did kill the man?
As you know, there was one other person in my cabin that night. Inspector Gregson.
No?
He had the opportunity. It was chicken stroganoff.
Inspector Gregson tripped over a cat, and the gun went off. The cat.
You ever seen the hit movie Cats vs. Dogs?
Have you ever seen the hit movie A Talking Cat?
And moreover...
Have you ever seen the movie My Neighbor Totoro? There's a cat
bus
in it.
Yeah!
I'm really stretching here.
I use that to transport the body. If you investigate the inside of the cat bus, there's Gregson's blood all over it.
Oh no.
Ew.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
Not
cat
Totoro.
bus. And moreover, he'd already accepted a mission to take the inspector's life.
Yeah, he is absolutely just gonna throw it back to Kazuma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's right. Who else could it have been? It was you, Kazuma Asogi.
There's a saying about rats on a sinking ship, right?
You.
That is exactly what we are seeing here.
I never thought you'd stoop to this, Seishiro Jigoku. You'll never defeat Superman like that. You've taken the words straight out of my mouth, Prosecutor Kazuma Asogi. You thought by leaving the body in my cabin you could pin the crime on me, did you?
Fuck off.
Well, the prosecution counsel has already admitted to visiting the witness's cabin on the night in question.
Can we, just to stop for a moment, again, remind the court the fact that I asked you at the beginning of this trial, hey Strongheart, is it okay for Kazuma to still be prosecuting this case. It feels like he shouldn't be allowed to. And now we're at the point where genuinely the witness just said he's the real killer? Again, sorry, Van Zeke said that. Listen, I'm just trying to build it up. It just seems like there might be a conflict of interest here, Strongheart. Just saying.
Also, once again, this means my client's innocent, right?
Yeah, can we agree? Can we agree on that?
I feel like Van Zeeks really wants to get out of here.
Uh-huh.
It is
entertain
true.
the folks for a second. I gotta pick up
really
some food
want
I had
to
to
get.
leave.
Sure. Oh my god. It's
It
absolutely
is
bonkers.
true. I really want to get out of here.
Well, the prosecution counsel has already admitted to visiting the witness's cabin on the night in question. Yes, on an assassination mission, no less. You wouldn't.
Oh, Cosma, you were being dumb.
So-
and now it's coming back to bite you.
What do you make of that, young stripling? You've heard my testimony now, and that's all I have to say on the matter. I'll admit to nothing more.
I don't believe this.
Well, you better data bio it. Counsel for the defense. What is your position now? The court awaits your response to the witness's assertion.
I say, it doesn't matter. My client's innocent.
The assertion that on the night in question, the victim's assailant was in fact Mr. Kazuma Asogi.
This isn't the dead end it seems to be. The answer's right in front of me. It comes down to Jigoku or Kazuma. Both of them had the opportunity to kill Gregson, but only one of them did it. I'm just a step away from proving who. Very well. The defense is ready to respond to the assertion just put forward by Judge Jigoku. The idea that the victim's murder could have been committed by Prosecutor Asogi is...
I mean, impossible, right?
But why?
Because he refuses to use guns.
That would be my joke answer, yeah.
Because he has a sword.
Yeah, he has a sword, and he would find using a gun beneath him,
Mm-hmm.
and his Japanese honor.
And there's proof,
Well, doesn't the...
there's proof that he did use the sword, but why would he then grab a gun instead? Yeah, I feel like that. I hope that's the logic.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be a trick, and they want to say it's possible, but we just don't believe it. But yeah,
Judge Jigoku, let me remind you of something you said only a few minutes ago. You claim that logical reasoning is the future of the judicial process.
Okay, this seems
Like we got the right answer.
this seems like we're confident in what we're doing.
We're
so,
at the Booty Blast Jigoku.
yeah. It is. No question.
Well, logical reasoning can prove something here. Namely, that it would have been impossible for Prosecutor Asogi to commit the crime.
What? The court will only accept an argument that is supported by compelling evidence. So present what you have, counsel. What proof is there that allegedly demonstrates the impossibility of Prosecutor Asogi's involvement? There's also something that's like only ranking members of the judiciary carry guns or something.
well, that's the type of gun that it's a type common to members of the judiciary, but there's no way saying it's exclusive.
Yeah. I mean, part of me just wants to throw forth his sword, but I feel like that doesn't mean that he didn't do it.
Yeah, it's like just because he uses a sword doesn't mean he can't also use a gun.
Uh-huh. I mean, look at Squall.
He uses both.
Yeah, at the same time. I I mean,
the
his
trunk
sword,
seems like something.
His sword is caught in it. Is that anything? Yeah, it's nothing.
Is it the fact that if he was shot at point blank range, some blood would be on him, and he hasn't changed clothes this entire time?
No, it all ended on his cravat, so it's totally fine. You can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Kazuma said that he left the boat, though. He did not provide any proof of that, though, did he? He just said.
Yeah.
So it's something that proves that Kazuma
Could
can't
not have done
be
it.
involved.
Once again, want to say it has something to do with the sword, but that's mostly just a stretch. I can't think of any other.
What is that? Oh, the Asogi papers.
Yeah, so it's...
We don't have any proof that he stayed at that place. He said he, stayed at a place there, but
Yeah, it's just...
we don't have that.
Passes on the
And
steamship.
nothing says he couldn't have killed him, then got off the boat to stay there.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand.
I mean, let's just start examining something. Like, what's on the
listen,
sword?
I have racked my brain, and I still don't understand why this is the correct piece of evidence.
All crew members are required to assemble the main deck in order to review evacuation procedures. Crew to resume duties after the drill is over.
This is the correct answer?
Yeah.
Following departure from the port of Dunkirk, all crew members are required to assemble. So this is why it was impossible for Kazuma to have done it. Is it because the crew would have seen him leaving and there wasn't anybody else seen to be leaving?
Oh, that does make sense.
But he still did leave, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he didn't ever go to... He wasn't in Jigoku's room at the time because someone would have seen him leaving. And Jigoku is claiming that the officer claimed nobody else was there.
This itinerary for crew members aboard the SS Grouse, my lord. This is conclusive proof.
An itinerary? How does that prove anything?
Yeah, Mr. A the Great says Kazuma said that he was in an inn and that he has proof of it yesterday. Yeah, I wish we could present that evidence right now.
But once again, but that could still be true even if he killed him and got off.
That's true. Judge Jigoku. Well, but it would have been at the time. Yeah, whatever. Judge Jigoku, the moment you acknowledge that you found the victim's body in your cabin, this itinerary suddenly became much more significant.
What? Why?
On the night in question, as always, a crewman sentry was on guard outside your cabin door. As long as he was there, nobody could have fired a shot inside the cabin.
Absolutely. Because it's inconceivable that the guard wouldn't have heard it and come to investigate.
So that tells us that the crime must have taken place when the guard was elsewhere, after they had already started coming back.
Sorry, I was under the... I kept thinking that they were there together, but no, he's claiming that they weren't in the same room at the same time, and... Okay, alright, yeah, that makes sense.
And that narrows it down to the 20 minutes just after 10 o'clock, as indicated on the itinerary.
Yes. I see no flaw in your reasoning so far.
But the crucial point is this. When the evacuation drill took place, the steamship had already put to sea from the port of Dunkirk.
Oh, okay.
So he would have been off the boat already.
Yeah.
Now, Clearly, the murder could have only been committed by somebody who was aboard the vessel at that time. But Prosecutor Asogi stated in yesterday's proceedings...
Okay.
I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life. So I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. I spent that night at a boarding house in the town and returned to England the following morning.
Which I'm sure the court will agree is conclusive proof that Kazuma Asogi couldn't possibly have carried out the killing.
I think the thing that's awkward is that we don't actually have chicken stroganoff here to like corroborate that he didn't see anybody. I think that's like the thing that's kind of throwing me off a little bit.
My only gripe is that I wish we had Kazuma's evidence, like that he left the ship.
Yeah.
Because then we could have presented that. Then he would have been like, nah. He could have killed him before he left the ship, and then we could have done the times matched up and been like, no, you idiot, we got your ass. But I get it.
Or even just like if Chicken was like, yeah, there wasn't anybody that came to see the guy beforehand, then I'd be like, oh, cool. So Kazuma had no opportunity to do it because the only time that it could have happened was in that 20 minutes, and Jigoku was in his room, so it had to have been there.
No, absolutely not. I don't accept that at all.
What do you mean?
The boy's just saying that to exonerate himself. We can't trust that he really disembarked the vessel. Obviously, after he left my cabin, he hid himself somewhere nearby on the ship. Just waiting for the chance to come back and finish the...
No, that's out of the question. Isn't it, Kazuma?
As the defense rightly recalls, I disembarked the vessel and spent the night in the boarding house in Dunkirk. And as I said yesterday, I signed my name in the accommodations register book. All extremely easy to verify and undeniable proof.
No!
There's no escape this time. You can forget that you're a judge or a government minister. It's time you gave the court an honest answer as a common man. Yes, break the bench! Break the bench! You killed Inspector Tobias Gregson and transported his corpse back to Britain. Then you dumped the body in the room on Fresno Street and made it look as if the murder had happened there. That's what really happened, isn't it, Seishiro Jigoku?
It was that damn trial 10 years ago. That's when this all began.
Break the bench.
He's hulking out.
Looking back now, my fate was decided that day. I was doomed already.
Break the bench. Break the bench. What? Does he have gravity powers?
It's over! My life is over!
What? Wait, but did the bench come down from the ceiling?
No, he launched. There's several members of the British judiciary with wood shrapnel just embedded in them right now. He just got like 4 more counts of murder from that.
Damn.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, so now I'm feeling like we're gonna get into Strongheart extorted him.
Yes, I think part 2 of this case is gonna be how we determine Strongheart was the British counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, because now it seems like Jigoku did it as a way. He was probably gonna go to jail in the UK.
Yeah,
or
once
in
again,
Great Britain, But then
Yeah,
Strongheart was like, I'll get you out of prison if you be my mole in Japan.
Once again, Gregson was not part of the Reaper. He was investigating Jigoku because Jigoku might have truly been the professor. And that got him killed. Neither Gregson or Van Zeeks are Reapers or part of the organization, is still what I'm going with here.
Okay. Alright.
Which still leads me to a curious point, though. Who is the one person that Kazuma's dad did? What is the one life?
Yeah.
That's a good
And
point.
is gonna be like those he meant that he metaphorically took someone's life sort of things? He didn't actually kill someone.
Oh,
Could be,
God
could be.
damn it. A
That's
British
not-
assassin to eliminate a professor in Japan. A Japanese assassin to eliminate a detective in Britain. Both assassins will use diplomatic immunity to evade conviction and return safely to their homelands. The assassin exchange request arrived from Britain about 1 year ago. Though it was hardly a request, it was a demand.
And for that, you decided to recruit Mr. Asogi. Oh shit! I for a second I thought I was going back to him.
Yeah.
And I was like waiting for you to do Swedish guy.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
But things didn't go according to plan. Your chosen assassin never made it to Britain. And you found yourself unable to dispatch a replacement. Because I was already on my way to Britain at that time in Kazuma's place.
And that left me with only one option for carrying out my obligation. To eliminate the mark myself. Personally. Of course, there was but a single opportunity for me to do that.
The International Forensic Science Symposium, I presume.
That's right. I decided it would be the safest to carry out the plan before my arrival in Britain. So I enlisted the help of my British counterpart and made arrangements for a pretext that would take the inspector to Dunkirk. To lure the man in, he was given a sham mission by the Reaper.
What? The Reaper?
But there's only one person who could have done that. The mastermind of the entire operation. The Reaper himself.
Yes, who, say it with me, isn't Barrack
Barrack Van
No!
Zeeks.
So, that means that the assassin exchange was... It was all planned by the Reaper!
I'm not at liberty to say anything about my British counterpart. Anyway, the inspector accepted the Reaper's mission and dutifully infiltrated my cabin on the steamship. It was all a trap designed to lead him to France and his own death.
Oh, how awful.
It was past 9 o'clock when I returned to my cabin from the dining hall that evening. I didn't give him time to attack me. I choked him until he lost consciousness. But there was a guard just outside the door, so I left it at that for the time being. Even the slightest noise might have aroused suspicion, so I bided my time, waiting.
That's pretty wild, huh? He choked this guy out but didn't kill him because he didn't want the guard to hear?
Yeah.
For the 20 minutes after 10 o'clock.
I'd intended to finish him by strangulation, but moments before I had the chance, he suddenly came round and went for me in a reckless move.
Okay, there's the gunshot.
So I used my Ippon Seoi throw and then shot him. I'd received the British issue gun 16 years earlier,
being a member of the judiciary as a visiting student.
No. He took a note from Miles Edgeworth's book and used his Ippon Seoi throw and threw the gun, and it shot him and killed him.
Damn.
I never imagined I'd have to use it for something like that.
So the revolver belongs to you, does it?
Also, pretty wild that they gave this visiting student a gun, huh?
Yeah, man, when I went to the UK, no one gave me a gun.
Then the victim was killed. The victim was killed inside your cabin on the SS Grouse, which begs the question of why you arranged for his body to be discovered in the room on Fresno Street.
The young judicial assistant over there has already answered that question. There was no way I could take the body up on deck to throw it over the side.
Okay, but why that room specifically, Bud?
That's precisely where all the crewmen were gathered for the evacuation drill. So before the first-class cabin sentries returned, I took the corpse to the refrigeration room.
And then on arriving in Dover, you concealed the body in your trunk in order to smuggle it past the border police.
Sorry, crewman, I'm just gonna take my trunk into the big refrigerator. Don't mind me.
That's also, yeah, like wildly
It's got
suspicious.
snacks in
What?
there. I want them to be cold.
Also, how did nobody go in the fridge and see a body?
Yep.
I feel like people would have reason on a ship to go into the fridge where
Yeah.
you get the ice from and see there's a I guarantee you there's not enough places to hide a body that someone wouldn't find it.
I mean, you think he was still in the trunk in the fridge, though?
Why did they not be like, whose trunk is this and why is it in our fridge?
He said he wanted to keep his snacks cold.
I knew I needed to take steps if the police were to be convinced when the body was found in England. In that case, you must have known. You must have had intimate details of Inspector Gregson's intended schedule. Yes. My British counterpart sent me everything I needed to know. The inspector was due at Fresno Street at 5 o'clock that afternoon, in order to meet a man by the name of Hugh Boone, from whom he would take back his police identification. I decided that man would be the perfect person to set up as the culprit. So I took a hackneyed carriage over there with the body still in my trunk.
That must have been just after we took this photograph with you at the hotel, then.
Yes. Wasn't expecting a welcoming committee. I was more than a little nervous. On Fresno Street, I spotted a young girl selling little firecrackers.
Miss Venus, of course.
I conceived of the candle trick there and then. So I donned a simple disguise and approached the girl to buy enough firecrackers to replicate a gunshot. What sort of disguise? For some reason, the inspector had a bright red hairpiece in his own travelling case.
Please give us a picture of Jigoku with the bright red wig on. Please
I would
give
love
it to
that.
me.
So I put that on. Although I suspect I drew more attention to myself in that than I would have otherwise.
The hairpiece we found at the scene. The inspector had it for the Red-Headed League investigation.
I only arrived at the room around 5:15. So I quickly placed the body on the floor. I let the bodies hit the floor, moved the notice board, and set up my little candle trick. I arranged it so the firecrackers would go off with a bang around 15 minutes later. So that Mr. Boone, who was due to arrive at 5, would walk straight into a trap. Except, at the last moment, I made a careless blunder.
What was that?
I imagine it was the bag of fish and chips.
Oh,
I didn't notice that it had fallen out of his overcoat pocket when I moved the body to the refrigeration room.
So those decayed even though the body wasn't?
I put it back into his pocket the following morning, but...
dog, you could have just thrown that away. Like,
well, it seems the warmth of the heated cabin had accelerated the decay of the fish.
you could have just thrown it away.
That would be even more suspicious. It'd be like, where's the man's salty pockets? Anyway, that's everything. All the sordid details of what I did.
Now, the one thing I'm curious about
SpongeBob.
is how the fuck they're gonna make this court case keep going, even though we found the murderer and our defendant is definitely cleared.
Because Ryan's gonna be like, no, Your Honor, I'm not done, because the truth hasn't been revealed.
Yeah, he will probably say that.
And I'm resolved to find it. I've heard enough. We've arrived at the truth about the murder of one of the country's most capable and respected police inspectors. The witness will be tried in the coming days for a crime of such a vile nature. You can expect the most severe penalty.
Just give him up, Jigoku. Just give him up right now.
Come on. Come on.
If you're going to hell, you gotta have company, buddy. Come on.
Take him with you.
An exchange of assassins. What a foolhardy idea.
Mr. Jigoku, one last detail. Who was your counterpart in Britain? Who was the mastermind behind the assassin exchange? Come on. Nothing you can say now will make matters any worse for you. Just tell us.
The defense has only one thing to say. Come on. Come on. Enough! I've already told you that I cannot say. Even though as things stand, you may very well never set foot in your homeland again. What are you waiting for? Can't we get this over with now? It's finished. All of it.
Oh, not yet, my friend. Not yet.
I'm finished.
Yes, you are. That is true.
Then, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I now pronounce the findings of this court. This man before us has admitted to the willful murder of Tobias Gregson.
I don't know how he did that.
Yeah, is he a firebender?
There's a button on the other side of his desk that he hit with his left hand.
Seishiro Jigoku. It is the opinion of this court that you should be found.
Also, that's not... Whatever.
Yay.
Guilty.
And that's the end of the game. Alright, good job, everyone. Good it.
And may I remind all those present of the strict confidentiality demanded by this closed court.
Is the game not over yet?
No, Pridge.
Oh.
One might say it's just getting started.
Please,
I don't think
God.
that's true. I don't think that's true.
Oh, wow. I'm shocked there wasn't an...
Objection!
Yeah.
Moments ago, Mr. Jigoku signed a written confession that will now be entered into the court record, even though the trial is over. Admitting to the murder of Inspector Gregson and the subsequent conveyance of the body. In short, The defendant's innocence has therefore been established beyond doubt.
Yeah. Get fucked.
Oh, wonderful. Well done, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, thank you.
Is something wrong?
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm just a little troubled by his silence. Dude doesn't talk like half the time. Like, what do you, like...
The true identity of the Reaper of the Bailey and this extraordinary assassin exchange. We do remain in the dark about these mysteries. However, insofar as the indictment brought against the defendant in this trial, we have reached a conclusion. I have every intention of pursuing both mysteries. As a prosecutor. As you wish. Now for the formal adjudication. I hereby declare the defendant, Barak Van Zeek.
Oh, there it is!
Oh,
there
okay.
it goes!
So he declared the other man guilty in a trial that wasn't about him.
No, that's
but we
100%
hadn't
what I was mad about.
But we haven't gotten the not guilty verdict for what the actual case is about.
You are correct.
I think that's the first time, actually, in Ace Attorney where they have pronounced someone guilty that the case isn't about.
Yes, they I mean, and to be fair, he said it here. He was like, "There will your guilt will be determined at a later trial." But then he also declared him guilty, so I don't know.
The prosecution calls for the adjudication to be deferred.
Counsel.
Damn it. I can't quite break the bench yet. The accused innocence hasn't been fully established at all.
No.
And therefore, it would be wrong to deliver a verdict at this time.
Dude,
you're being a little bitch, Cosmo.
If you want to kill Van Zeeks, do it after the trial, but here is not the time.
That is the prosecution's unwavering position.
What?
But Judge Jigoku has already confessed.
Nevertheless, Barak Van Zeeks has committed crimes for which he must be punished.
Yeah, dude, I know. He needs racial sensitivity training. I get that. I get that, but that probably doesn't
We're gonna send him to a court. He's gonna take some classes on that.
Yeah. We're gonna invent court-mandated racial sensitivity training, but let's not worry about that right now. All right?
Well,
we'll get there.
It would appear you have information that the court needs to hear, Prosecutor Asogi.
Again, Strongheart, you could let this
forcibly end this case right now.
Like, you could say, no, Mr. Asogi, we have this court finds that everything has been determined. Like, this is fine. You are actively fucking yourself real bad right now. You are a glutton for punishment. Certainly, the murder of Inspector Gregson was actually carried out by Seishiro Jigoku. But it's clear from the witness's testimony that he was coerced into complying with the plot. Into this sick, merciless assassin exchange.
That may be true, but...
So what I want to know is, who coerced Jigoku? Who was pulling the strings? The victim went to France having been ordered on a mission for the Reaper, only to be murdered. In other words, the mastermind behind the assassin exchange is someone in a position to give such an order. As we've already established, the Reaper himself.
Well, Certainly, that would appear to follow.
The prosecution hereby formally accuses the man in the dock, Barek Van Zieks, of being the Reaper of the Bailey. And furthermore,
Bless you.
God bless you, Pridge. I'm going to prove his guilt beyond all reasonable doubt.
What?
Order! 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 The Reaper of the Bailey is a long-standing mystery, Counsel. Are you suggesting you have some new information with which to build a case?
Scotland Yard has already investigated Lord Van Zieks very thoroughly in that regard. And they found no evidence whatsoever to substantiate the claim that he is the Reaper.
Perhaps. But circumstances have now changed.
Hey, everybody.
If you want to stick around for art?
Yeah? What do you mean?
It's already been established that the Assassin Exchange was negotiated with Jigoku by the Reaper himself. Which means we now have a new line of questioning by which to identify definitively the man's identity. That is the prosecution's intention here. I must say, I'm surprised by quite how tenaciously you appear to want to besmirch my name.
You are guilty of an unforgivable crime, Lord Van Zieks. And I will bring you to justice for it, whatever it takes.
That explains Kazuma's silence before. He'll stop at nothing to finish what Lord Van Zieks unwittingly started 10 years ago.
Very well. Whilst it's extremely irregular, I will on this occasion grant the prosecution further opportunity for witness testimony.
What are we even doing here?
I feel like okay. I'm gonna try and understand what his motive for this is.
I mean, if
and
you can
I'm
pin this
guessing-
on Van Zieks, then great.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, but also I feel like part of it is he's like, well, if there's any doubt that justice hasn't been fully served, then that's calling doubt into Britain's legal system not being the best in the world.
Wes, if anybody in this room has half a brain, they're like, kind of seems like Strongheart might be the British Jigoku in this case. It's pretty sus.
Uh-huh.
The defendant will disclose any and all involvement he has had with the Reaper and the Assassin Exchange. I thank you, my lord, for guiding the court so wisely.
Birds.
I hereby declare this court to be in session for a supplementary hearing.
God damn it.
Relight the braziers.
How do you keep doing that? Also, wait, when
really
did we get a bench back? He broke it again!
Yeah!
Pray turn a blind eye to the discourtesy as I verify that this vile and unremitting accusation hasn't soured the contents of my hallowed chalice.
Lord Van Zieks!
I first had to suffer the pseudonym of the Reaper 10 years ago now. And ever since that time, I've endured the weight of implied guilt that's gone with it. So I welcome the chance to testify now, and crush those allegations once and for all.
Good. Then let justice decide, Lord Van Zieks. The prosecution seeks to begin building its case by calling the accused to the stand as the primary witness.
in order that he may answer the accusation brought by the prosecution that he is the Reaper of the Bailey.
And what says the defense?
Man.
I want to go
The
home.
defendant in the witness stand can be extremely dangerous. And Kazuma-sama is so emotional at the moment. He's not thinking logically.
Yeah, so we can beat him. You're right that he's not himself. But I knew it would be like this. And I came here today determined to face him through whatever might arise. As a lawyer. And as his friend.
Then that's what we must do.
The defense has no objection, my lord.
Very well. Defendant, you will take the witness stand and give formal testimony on the subject of your involvement with the Reaper and the assassin exchange. As you wish, my lord.
All right, that's gotta be a great
that's
stopping
perfect.
point, right?
Yeah. It's not the to be continued.
No.
Is our stopping point.
That's why I'm like, it could be 3 more streams till we finish the game, but folks, that's going to do it for another Ace Attorney with an actual lawyer. Again, catch the exciting conclusion every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam. And if you can, support us on patreon.com/SaveDataTeam. We'd really appreciate that as well. But until next time, stick around for art because court is adjourned. Soapy with I promised that in return for my funky stream, I would draw Ryan and Kiryu, or whatever he's called, also Dankit Romper. Here you go. This is
really good.
so funny.
This is
So
really
funny. Rivals to lovers meeting. I followed him across the world only for him to die anyway. Fucking Naruto saying mine became a terrorist. Fucking Kazuma from Owendan says, I did die to save mine. And Phoenix saying, I changed careers just for a shot at seeing mine again. And motherfucking, what's his name? Hinata? Hinata Danganronpa? Hajime Danganronpa.
Well, his last name is Hinata.
And then the blue side of Rivals to Lovers. Fucking,
I will avenge my father by executing the Reaper himself.
I've murdered my own brother. These guys are lunatics. I just don't like the guy.
Indeed, all I did was tell everybody that I shot my father in an elevator.
Why would you do that?
and a cardboard cutout of
Nagito Kamaeda.
Nagito with Kanye West t-shirt.
It's really good.
I mean, listen, he is unhinged enough to own a Kanye West t-shirt.
He also shouldn't be allowed anywhere near other people, so...
Just like Kanye West.
God. Soapy, 10 out of 10.
Very, very
Probably
nice.
one of my favorite like comedy bits you've done. Like so good. Little End Dragon with Iris invents another dangerous weapon, but is stopped by Susato. Good thing she loves taking apart watches.
Hey, Mr. Mikotoba. I made you this watch.
Well, thank you, Iris.
And I added a special function. It can shoot a laser beam.
Like for cats?
No, silly. It's strong enough to cut through a steel door.
Hey, Susato, could you take a look at this?
Sure, father, what is... Oops.
I love this so much. Thank you for playing into our very dumb bit of Susato compulsively taking apart watches.
She just can't help herself.
Can't help herself. This is very good. Mickey with Psst, no one tell Phoenix what the room is called. I want my burgers. Using your cosplay
I love
for this
how
is
you
so
recreated the sprites with the cosplay. That's so good.
That's very, very clever.
This is it, Nick. The room where we channel spirits.
So, what's this room called again?
Gee. Somehow I suddenly don't remember either. Maybe some burgers would jog my memory?
Pretty sure that's not how burgers work. Yeah, you know.
You don't know anything about burgers.
Also, I went to an American Culture Festival and had some delicious traditional American food. Boy, do I love this quintessentially American
jelly donuts.
Yeah, that's so good. Levi with Iris Elysian earrings because I think we should appreciate her. These are fucking radical. Ooh. Yeah, the keys from them too. These are really, really cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. And the card on it too.
The tarot card making her the sun. I like
Very
that.
Dope. Continuing with Iris, Emma with hello, hello. Here's a few drawings I did for these last few days. Very cute, little pastel Iris.
Aww.
So adorable.
It's Shirley
As
Temple
always.
looking ass Iris. Iris.
The Iris Wilson Little Darling collection.
Oh my god, those fucking ads, dude.
And Kazuma.
Animal crackers in my soup.
Please, Wes, I can't keep. It's gonna get caught in my head again. I can't do it. These are all so cute. Hell yeah, Emma. Val with, hey fellas, sorry for missing last stream. I just recently moved back to college and art has been difficult. Clone High intro, but it's Enoch Drever and to spells, I guess.
That's awesome.
The to spells is wildly good. Making her like just a fucking cube. So funny. Doodles of Daily, firstly as Alan Davies from Taskmaster. Yo, Taskmaster!
Oh, we love it. We love a Taskmaster reference.
Just incredible. I fucking love Taskmaster so much. And more Daily Doodles. Teehee. Yo.
I was like, he's looking too happy in these. There's
I know.
the sad
We gotta get the Val angst in.
You gotta make him cry at least once.
Also, I don't know why he's in a spacesuit for the It's Morbid time, but that's incredible. Pinky with, this is my last week of vacation. Oh shit, oh god, oh fuck. These drawings were for a TikTok. I almost sent the vid, but ultimately decided it'd be funnier if Wes got to do their voices.
Matthew-chan, it says gullible on the ceiling.
Wow, it really does.
Haha, you fell for it. You're so gullible, Matthew-chan.
The fact that he took the time to actually write gullible on the ceiling is a really good touch and just shows how much of a professional DeKiller really is. Damon with, when your scene is a hero by many, yet hide a dark, bloody secret unknown to many, even from someone close walking in your footsteps. Have Omni, Gregson, and Gina Vincible. This is so good.
Love it.
So good. And I also the meme.
I wish I knew it more. I wish I knew that speech better so I could do it.
Yeah. It's so good. 10 out of 10. Rainy Meadows with, I don't know if anyone here follows Team Turnabout, but I'm a proud member as a character designer editor. I want to share the sequel era Franziska I designed for a project called The Shield of Justice. First is a mock-up design, second is a collage of the sprite portraits from investigations that I've edited. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Listen, I love design. A peacoat.
Yeah, and the like gold pattern on the boots too is really, really cool.
Yeah.
This is dope.
Yeah.
Wow, and
gives her like a winter fit.
The sprites, like, I'm not convinced that's not from the fucking game.
Yeah, it looks really
That's
clean.
Incredible. Holy shit, Rainy Meadows.
Especially because they look like they're from the remastered collection and not from like the old school sprite animations, which I don't know, that feels like it's harder to do too.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if it actually is, but that's really cool.
This is incredible, Rainy Meadows. Society with, alright, y'all asked for it, and although Fen might have gotten to it before me, I felt obligated. I also wanted to draw this.
Yeah!
What Eugene should I be co-typify next? Vote now.
Fuck, it's so good.
The facial expression is incredible.
I know.
Naria with, I have a pencil drawing of some young partners from a bit ago. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's so
I
good.
can practically see the graphite.
That's really good.
No, this is really, really clean.
Yeah,
The shading and
that's rad.
everything is awesome. Also,
Yeah.
Naria, pretty sure first time poster, so welcome.
Yo!
This is a great first post.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Gnomes with Super Saiyan Jigoku. Yeah.
This is to go even further beyond!
That's so good. I can't wait to see his Kami Hamama. Sun Shadow with my parents got me a bag of decorative gears for my birthday, so I did the logical thing and made it into a belt attached to a pocket watch shaped locket I got at Michael's and drew a little picture of the best little guy to put in it. Also, I linked every ring myself. It took forever, made my hands hurt, and took forever.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's
seeing
so
the full thing.
good.
Damn.
Holy
I bet
crap.
that took
You
forever.
linked all of those?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot
Damn.
of work, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It paid off. It looks great.
No, that's super cool though. Memes, I'm new here, so I'm glad to finally post some art for you guys. Welcome. I'm not really an artist, but I love these gays, so I have some Chinosuke and Yasugi. We need something soft as we continue to strengthen our resolve. Resolve!
Ah, they said it!
No, this is super cute.
Hey,
Welcome.
listen, you're totally an artist, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, also doubly, this is good.
Again, the make it
I think about if
heart shaped, super cute,
adorable.
and the little.
I
tuft
think
of
about
hair.
if I were to draw this, like.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Beb with I might cover this later, it might not. Sharing now in case I don't. Yeah.
Ooh.
Based on the faces here, I'm imagining that Shums just fell backwards and assumed that Mikotoba would catch him, and he's like, "Oh shit," which very much fits.
That tracks.
It's very
that
good.
tracks.
Yeah. No, this is awesome. Hell yeah, Beb.